Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and an intriguing puzzle today. I've shown puzzles recently with more or less amounts of information in the grid. This one seems to me not only to be very few, but there's even a sort of beautiful fountain of dots coming out of the bottom left corner. Maybe a firework or a torch or something. Anyway, I don't really understand the rules yet. I've read them through once and I'm a bit surprised, but I will read them through with you in a moment and then we'll try and solve this puzzle. There were the constructor, who's completely new to me, curling clips. I mean, it sounds very appropriate for the recent Winter Olympics. Certainly I've watched more curling as usual than I do in any other period of the 4-year cycle. But curling clips provided a couple of hint puzzles that I haven't looked at. I don't know, there's something ascetic about trying not to take extra hints. That may be very foolish, but anyway, we'll see if we learn whatever it was we may have been able to learn from those puzzles during the course of the solve. Now, don't forget that we've got a Patreon site. You can help us keep the channel going, and that would be very kind of you. Just $2 or $3 a month gets you access to a Sudoku hunt each month, solution videos if you're on the $3 tariff. Bad word to use. There's also connections, gridogram videos, some very difficult crosswords, cryptic style, obviously, and they complement the offering on the main channel, which obviously includes 2 Sudoku puzzles a day and the Cryptic Masterclass and Minute Cryptic and Wordle in a Minute and the Friday Crossword Masterclass. Did I mention that already? I think I did. I was going to go on to mention the Blueprints streaming on Monday evenings. Do just join with us. It's always good fun doing anything on this channel. But that's what we do on an ongoing basis. There's also our apps, which are in the links under the video and feature all kinds of puzzle types. Great occupiers of your time and improvers of your brain's synapses. There's the Fog of War was a very good one that came out not long ago. And there's also, of course, the Worms. So check those out. But let's have a look at the rules of 16 quad sums by curling clips. So normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Now there's only one other rule. Around each black dot, one digit is the sum of the other 3. So we might have, for instance, 1, 3, 4, and 8. In these 4 cells, because one of those digits would be the sum of the other 3. I mean, that's it. That's all we need. What a brilliant idea for a puzzle. I have seen puzzles where this relation applied, but normally there was some sort of clockwise or anti-clockwise aspect. I don't think I've done anything this pure before, and I'm looking forward to it. You can check the video link to see how hard I found it, which is what is about to happen. Let's get cracking. My goodness, how the heck do you start considering this? So, some of the boxes have shared cells between black dots. Indeed, actually, look at these cells. These are shared cells between one foursome and another foursome. Oh, right. Well, okay, I don't know. This is interesting. No, that's wrong. There and there. Anyway, what I know one thing about 3 different digits adding up to a valid Sudoku digit. And that is that in any instance where that occurs, at least 2 of the 3 smaller digits have to be from 1, 2, and 3. If you think about the sums, if you're making 6, which is the lowest number you can make with 3 other Sudoku digits, that's 1, 2, 3 equals 6. If you're making 7, it's 1, 2, 4. If you're making 8, there's 2 choices, 1, 2, 5 and 1, 3, 4. If you're making 9, there are 3, but they all use 2 of those 3 low digits. They are 1, 2, 6, 135 and 234. Now, what that tells me is that in these boxes, let's sort of do an overlap of pink and grey. These 3 cells, these 4 cells, contain 2 of those low digits, 1, 2, and 3. These also contain 2. Now, obviously, this cell can't be not from 1, 2, 3 now, because if it was not from 1, 2, 3, you'd have to put 2 of those 3 digits there and 2 of them there, and that would involve 4 such digits. So instead, this overlap digit will be from 1, 2, 3, and that'll apply in all these boxes. And these outsidey bits will each have another digit from 1, 2, 3. So I may go back to colouring, but yes, colour that one. So we get what happens here where the overlap is 2 cell big. It's not so easy. It's not so easy to determine because that pair could both be from 1, 2, 3, or only one of them could be from 1, 2, 3, I think. Look, in this row, we've only got one more digit from 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's fascinating. So one of these is from 1, 2, 3. And then one of these is from 1, 2, 3, and one of these is from 1, 2, 3 to satisfy these 2 quads. That's also going to mean that all 3 digits from 1, 2, 3 have been used in this row. I'm going to colour non-1, 2, 3 digits in green just to see what happens. Now, one of those is from 1, 2, 3, and one of those. So these ones aren't. These ones aren't. These ones aren't. In these boxes, by the way, I haven't even thought about the ones that are on box borders yet. So we'll do that in a moment. In these boxes, these 2 can't be from 1, 2, 3 because one of them is there, one of them is in the white cells here, and one of them's in the white cells here. Same again here, same again here. So we are getting quite a few cells in the puzzle that cannot be from 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do a tiny bit of thinking about this. I think these box crossing ones are much harder because they could have a repeat digit. So you could even get 1 + 1 + 2 equals 4 in theory in those. Yeah, I don't want to have to think about them yet. And this one, you could have 2. Well, actually, you could have 2 repeats here. That wouldn't work, but anyway. So one of these was from 1, 2, 3. One of these, one of these. Can we do any more? We've got 2 pink cells in column 5, 2 in column 2, 2 in row 5. I mean, I may be completely off beam here. One of those, one of these, one of these. Maybe I shouldn't even be considering 1, 2, 3s. But it's all I've thought of to do in the puzzle, so I'm going to have to carry on with that because I haven't thought of anything else. Actually, what is going on here? Only one of those can be from 1, 2, 3, and one of these. Oh, but 2 is enough. 2 is enough. That is what we need. But things have changed in a quad sum that can have a repeat in. The whole position has changed. I can't make generalizations. Actually, you could have 4, 4, 1, 9 in this, and then you wouldn't even need the 2 low digits. You just need one of them. That's weird. I think there's every chance that both of these quads are going to turn out to be 4, 4, 1, 9, and that'll be a shared 4. No, this is just instinct. I haven't got a clue. Right. How on earth do we ever get any actual numbers in this puzzle? I haven't got Scooby at the moment, so let's just keep thinking our way through this. Okay, let's think about the flavors of cell we can have. Because, yeah. It's worth bearing in mind that the pairs are a bit limited. Because in each of these boxes where we've got overlaps, and this applies to boxes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7, one of the quads contains 2 of the low digits, and the other one contains 2 of the low digits, but there's only one overlap. So all of the digits 1, 2, 3 are used. So let me just do some aide-memoiring in this box here. One of the quads is using, these are the 3 combinations of 2 digits. Each of these boxes is using 2 of these combinations, with the shared cell being whatever is shared. If they were using 1, 2, and 2, 3, the 2 would go in the center. Now, what could? Well, with 2, 3, you couldn't be using the 1 because that would be in the other quad. So with 2, 3, you could only be using the 4 and getting to a total of 9. Now, in the other quad, be it 1, 3 or 1, 2, if you were pairing it with the 2, 3 quad, you couldn't use 4. And you could never use 1, 2, 3. So 6 is never going to be the outcome from these quads, ever. However, 6 could go in, well, I don't think it can now go into the input, because that would involve a 1, 2, 6 quad and a 9. And that would be the second 9. The 9 can't be the overlap because the overlap is always one of these tiny digits. So it would have to be 1, 2, 5, making 8. If 2, 3 went with 1, 2. This couldn't be 1, 2, 6 making 9 or 1, 2, 3 making 6. If 2, 3 goes with 1, 3, is this even possible yet? No. I don't think it is. 2, 3, 4 and 9. 1 and 3 couldn't go with 2. If they went with 5, that would make 9 again, which would be a repeat, and they can't go with 6. 2, 3 cannot go with 1, 3, and therefore 3 is never the overlap digit. That is huge. Right. Now, what I haven't determined is whether 1, 2 can go with 1, 3. So let's imagine we've got 1, 3. We could either make 1, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 6, 9. Okay, that is possible. 1, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 6, 9. Or we could make 1, 3, 5, 9. And then 1, 2, 4, 7. We couldn't use 1, 2, 6, 9. Oh, that's so strange. So we can combine 1, 2 and 1, 3. We can combine 2, 3 and 1, 2. We're always using a 1, 2 pair in each of these overlap boxes. Unfortunately, I have listed every other digit. Even 6 can be in one of these boxes. If it's a 1, 2, 6, 9 box, in the same, if it's a 1, 2, 6, 9 quad in the same box as a 1, 3, 4, 8 quad. Now, combining these two gives us a shared 1. Combining these two gives us a shared 2. And that must happen at least once in these 3 rows, these 3 columns, these 3 rows and these 3 columns, because we've got these repeated 1s and 2s. So there must in those columns be a 2, 3, 4, 9 quad, a 1, 2, 5, 8 quad, and then one of these, one of those. Well, still learning. Yes. Now the shared digit between these 2 quads has got to be the bloomin' 3. That's really strange because we eliminated 3 being a shared digit in these cases. Now, why is that possible here? Because there's another shared digit. Even though that shared digit can't be really low, it must allow this thing to happen. So I think the thing that can now happen is 3 can go with 4 here, and then with a 1 up here and an 8, and with a 2 down here and a 9, or the other way round. That's it. So that's a 3-4 pair. These are a 1, 2, 8, 9 quad, and these digits are 5, 6, 7. This puzzle's bonkers. Bonkers. I mean, that is fascinating. I want more boxes like this that are doing weird double duty. Right, come on, Mark. We've got somewhere. Don't quite know where we've got to, but we've got there. 5, 6, 7. Now that's going to push 5, 6, and 7 into these cells. Now surely we can't have 2 of those here, because you can't add them both as small numbers in a quad, and you can't get to one of them as a big number from the other one as a small number. So only one of those 5, 6, 7 can go in those cells, and 2 of them must go in these cells, including this cell. Now just look at 5, 6, and 7 distribution here. 7 could be the big number with a 1, 2, 4 triple around it. But it's not, because we've still got to get 8 and 9 into this box. Oh. No. Okay. I was going to say one of 8, 9 must go there and one of them must go here. That's not necessarily true because I haven't accounted for this cell, which could easily be 8 or 9. In fact, since we know 1, 2, 3 is in this area, surely we know 4 is in this area as well. Let's just think about that. Yeah, 4 was always the middly digit, one of the middly digits in these groups. Actually, you could think about that in a slightly cleaner way. The 4 low digits. I don't know. Well, okay, you can't have 5 and 6 as the 2 middly digits, because you would have 6, 1, 2 and 5, 1, 3, and they would both add up to the same total. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are always in these cells. We know that 5, 6, 7 are a trio in this group. Eight and 9 must, I think, include this cell, because this now can't be anything from, it can't be from 5, 6, 7, and we know it can't be from 1, 2, 3, 4. That digit is 8 or 9. That is the least valuable deduction I've made so far. It was always likely to be. I just hadn't proved it. Now I've proved it and I don't care. No, I do care. I really do care. Because now only one of these can have an 8 or 9 in. And the other one, as its big digit, has to have a 7. And has to be 7, 4, 1, 2. And is not sharing space with the middle digit, is not the 2 sharing space with that group. It's got to be the 1. That is really important. Look, that gives me all these digits just by Sudoku now. Now, one of these is 1247. The other one is whatever can go with that from this group, which is 1359. So that digit is an 8. And this is a 6. That's the digit we haven't mentioned. So one of these is 1359 and one of them is 1247. And we get, oh look, I've got some actual digits in the puzzle. That's quite exciting for a noob like me. Now, there is some overlap with this thing. If this was 1359, I was thinking that might cause a problem because of the high nature of the middly digits, but actually the high nature of the high digit would be welcome in such a quad. That's weird. Oh, we now know these can't contain a 1. So the one of these that is a 1, what's it going with? These were 3418 and 3429. So the one of these that's a 1 is on the left of an 8. So there's an 8 in one of those cells and not here. So now there's an 8 down here, and 8 is not the high digit on this black dot. Indeed, this digit is 3, 4, or 9 just by Sudoku. And the rest of this column, well, that's 2, 3, 4, or 9. Everything else down here is from 1, 2, 3, 4, or 9. Is that going to tell me anything? There's no 8 on this black dot. Does that mean 2 has to be on it? It can't be 1, 3, 4, 8. I suppose it could be 1, 3, 5, 9. Yeah, I don't know. Has this got limited now? This could be 1, 2, 4, 7, or it could be 1, 3, 5, 9. If it's 1, 3, 5, 9, that's a 5. This is 3, 9. So this pair is either 3, 9 or 2, 4, depending what it goes with here. And this group is either 1, 2, 4 or 1, 3, 9. That's so interesting. If these were... it's okay. I was thinking if these were from 139, you couldn't have this be 1359 because that would also be from 139. But that could be 1 or 3. These could, I don't know. I mean, I think there are a lot of possibilities. Indeed, I might even have to bear in mind 1, 2, 3, 6, which I haven't used yet in the puzzle or expected, because this is the box where you get a single black dot, and therefore the hardest box to work out. Now, the boxes with 2 in the center, they have to be using one particular pairing. It's 2, 3, 4, 9 and 1, 2, 5, 8. So for those boxes, the corner digits in green are 6 and 7. And we know how they dispose here, and that's really helpful. 7, 6. I'm sorry I'm leaving this aide-memoire up for so long, but it's unbelievably useful. That 7 now sees this digit and makes it a 5. And now this is the 1, 3, 5, 9 set. And now we do have 1, 2, 4 down here. These digits are obviously 2, 4, and 7. And that one can't be 2. Oh, we know there's... No, we don't know about 2 up there, actually. Oh, I'm going to start wanting to pencil mark this box in a moment. How am I going to remember this stuff? Or don't I have to? No, I probably don't have to. Okay, I'm going to get rid of bravely getting rid of the aide-memoire. Now, let's have a look in this box. The 1, by Sudoku, 1 is either there or there. And the 1 is going with the group that goes 1, 2, 5, 8, isn't it? So if that was this quad, the 8 goes there. If it's this quad, the 5 goes there. How do I pencil mark that either this is an 8 or that is a 5? I mean, this is not a pencil mark that I relish trying to use later in the puzzle. Yeah, I'm not going to leave that in situ because that's just wildly confusing. Okay, is there anything else I've got going on at this point? This is a really interesting puzzle. The 1 in this box is also in a corner. And again up here, I've got one of these is 1, 2, 5, 8. And one of them is 2, 3, 4, 9. Whichever one is 2, 3, 4, 9, because of that 3, 4, is going to have the 3, 4 in row 1 or row 3. So one of these digits is a 9. I mean, that's fascinating. But does it actually help? So in the other one, we've got 1, 2, 5, 8. And the other of these digits, therefore, is either 5 or 8. So is there some digit that has to be in one of these cells? No, not yet. 7 is either there or there. 6 is either there or there in row 2. But that could be a 5, and then 7 and 6 could be in these, which is throwing my little brain into confusion again. Can I think about this black dot at all? Well, okay, I can think something now. I was allowing for the possibility of repeats in this area. Now I know that 1 and 2 don't repeat in this. So I may still have to allow for the possibility of 3 repeating, or even for the possibility of 4 repeating, but not 1 or 2, because 1's already in this box and 2's already in this one. So I don't know, I want to say this couldn't be 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, well, this is worth thinking about. What could it be? Because neither of these digits can be 6, 7, or 8. If they're the high digit, I haven't ruled out. Yes, I can rule out 5 as the high digit, because that would require a repeat 2 or 1, which it can't have. So the high digit is 6, 7, 8, or 9. If it's in these two cells, it must be 9. However, if it's in these two, now what would it be if it was 9 in one of these two? What would the whole kit and caboodle be? These couldn't be from, if it was in these two, these would be at least 2 and 3. These would be, therefore, at most 4 with a 9. No, and I'm wrong. Yeah, no, I'm not wrong. 3 could repeat. Well, it can't with a 9 sum, because that would require 3 3s if there were 2 repeat 3s. I still think 4 4 1 9 is possible. Okay. Interestingly, it certainly isn't in that pattern I was envisaging at the start of 4 and 4 there, because neither of these can be a 1. Right, if there's a 1 on this black dot, it has to be there. If there isn't, what position are we in then? We can't have a repeat 2. We've either got to have 3, 2, 3, 8 or 3, 2, 4, 9. That's all it can be. So either there's a 1 there or a 2 here. I think this might apply with this as well. In fact, is this even more helpful? Oh, look, we've had 9, 8, and 6. If the high digit is in this side of this quad, it's a 7. And then, since you can't have a repeat 3, it would have to be 7 going with 1, 2, 4. And it would be 2, 7, 4, 1. And that would all just be resolved. However, the high digit could be this side and be 8 or 9. In that case, this side can't have repeat 1. This side would have to be 2 and 4. Now, what did I say this was if 7 was the high digit? Then 4 and 1 were over here. That was 7. This was 2. If these are 2 and 4, this digit is the 2. This is always a 2. That has taken a long time to figure out, but it's true. Now, if that's a 4, these can be 3 and 9. But if it's a 7, they're 1 and 4. Okay, these are not 1 and 4 because this would have to be 1, 2, 4, 7. And we can't put another 7 in the box. So that is a 7. If that was... No, hang on. This can't be 2, 7 because that would be 1, 4. And this would be another 7. So that is a 4. That's a 7. 2 and 4, I believe they can't go with a 1 because again there'd be another 7 in the box. I think these have to be 3 and 9 now. Yeah, they do. I just checked 2 and 8. Right, that is now a 1. I should probably colour these pink. I don't really know why. Because, well, I mean, I was colouring digits that didn't have to be 1, 2, 3. That colour scheme is probably ancient history, but never mind. Now we've got 2, 3, and 9 in this quad, so we need a 4 to make up the sum. 5 and 8 here, we know the order. We are in business there. Brilliant. Goodness me, so this quad got it done. Now, let's look at this one. If that's a 9, these have to add up to 5, and they must be a 2-3 pair. Alternatively, that's a 3. If they're a 2-3 pair, they go this way round. If that's a 3, these have to be 2 and 9. It's always a 2, 3, 4, 9 quad, because it can't use that 1. Have I ruled out 4, 4, 1, 1? Yeah, this cell can't be a 1. I have. Right, so that's always a 2, and then we're left with a 3-9 pair for the rest. Now, this quad, if that's a 9, this is a 6. If that's a 3, this is also a 6. I think we worked out earlier we can't have 1, 2, 3, 6, because once we've got a 2 here, the 3 has to be in this pair. So that's a 9. This is 6. Now, 1, 3, 4 equals 8 is what's happening up there. These are a 5-9 pair. That digit is a known 7 suddenly. These are a 5-7 pair, and I know the order from the box below. I really don't. I'm leaving the green colours. They've been quite kind to me. 6 and 7 are done there now. And that does 6 and 5 over here. That's a 3-9 pair in this row, so these digits are from 6, 7, 8 in my previously aide-memoire box. Now we've got a pair down here, so this is 1, 4, 8 down at the bottom. Oh look, 2 and 9 appear there. That's going to force this to be 1 and 8. This is 2 and 9. We know the order thanks to this 2. This is a 1-8 pair. I was going to say, and therefore I've got something wrong, but I haven't. That's okay, because this is a 5, and 1, 2, and 5 make 8. In this area, 2, 3, and 4 make 9. Wow, I'm loving this because it's all working. Call me a results merchant, if you will. I'm getting rid of the green colouring now. It's not been uninteresting to keep colouring the 1s and 2s, so I might keep that going a little while longer. Now, there's not much point continuing to pencil mark this box, I imagine. It's this one I need to think about because it's got the overlap. Or maybe this one. Ah, there's a 4 down there. Oh, look, that 4 has sorted out the 3, 4 pair. There we go. So this is 3, 6, 9. Now, what's going on down here? Well, the high digit could be 6, or it could be 9. Oh, no. I say, oh, no, because I was going to say there's only one possibility with the 9, but there aren't. There are 2. It could be a 1, 2, 6 group adding up to 9, or a 2, 3, 4 group. And if it's 6, it's 1, 2, 3. There's always a 2 in this region. So that can't be 2. At least we've discovered that. Is there always a 3 in it? It's either 1... No, if it's 1, 2, 6, 9, there isn't a 3 in it. Oh, these digits are 5, 7, 8. Oh, that's annoying that that wasn't resolved. This can't be 8. Just discovered that from the top of the grid. Okay, I'm going to pencil mark these after all. Ah, there's only one place for 1 in this row, so that was worth doing. What about this row? 2, 3, 4, 9. No, no such luck this time. But, oh, I've got this black dot that I haven't thought about in the least. Oh, and this one's finished now since I got that 9. Well, that would have made things a bit easier if I'd spotted that before. In this box, at least. Right. I've also got a 3, 4 pair in this column somehow. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. These are from 6, 7, and 9. That probably should tell me something. Okay, what it tells me is that the low digits in this box, the tiny digits from 1, 2, and 3, one of them is there and one of them is here. And we're always going to use 4, I seem to remember. We're either... From the aide-memoire, we were always using 4 in these boxes. I definitely did that some when I was considering this box and its overlaps. So these 2 digits in the corners that aren't in the quads can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. This one now can't be 5, 6, or 9. So that is 7 or 8. And these are from 2, 3, 4. This one could be a 5, but it might not be. So shall we consider this? It's got a 1. It's not 1, 2, 4, 7 because they both 2 and 4. No, well, okay. I've lost my mind entirely. I'm looking at an area that is not a quad. There's no black dot in the center of it. Idiot. Right. Okay, this one is not 1, 2, 4, 7. Because if you put 2 and 4 there, these would both be 3s. So that can't be a 7, because that's the only way 7 could get into one of these quads. It also can't be a 6, because this... Oh, yes, it can. Yes, it can. This would be 2 and 9. It can't be a 6 as the high digit. That's all. Right, this quad is not going to be 1, 2, 3 equals 6 because we would need another tiny digit there. So 4 is definitely in that pair and not in that cell. So the 4 is used in this quad and it's not used in this quad. This is either 1, 2, 4, 7 or 1, 3. Well, it's not 1, 3, 4, 8 because this digit can't be an 8. So it is 1, 2, 4, 7. It couldn't be 1, 2, 6, 9. That would break the cell. That's good. Okay, so now we're in business. We've got digits going here. That's a 3, that's a 4. That 7 has made this an 8, and that's finished box 4. This is now a 9. This can't be 8 now. We've got to have a 3 here, so it must be 1, 3, 5 equals 9, and that's a 6. And we're going to look at that in a moment, but first of all, I'm taking 6 out of that cell. Oh, those are done, 3 and 4. This is a 5, 7. Oh, that's a naked 5 down at the bottom. Lovely. It sees all the other Sudoku digits in its row and column. These are 2, 3, 9. That one can't be 9. This also isn't 9, and this one isn't 8, and this one isn't 8. Oh, look, I've got a 1, 4 pair in this row. Interesting, non-conclusive. But in this bottom row, 7, 6, and 5 are looking at that cell, which becomes an 8. Now this one can't be an 8. Oh, I must be closing in on this blooming quad in a moment. Oh no, it's this one. That's what I was going to look at. Oh, look at these tinies. Oh, this doesn't... Yes, it does work. 1, 2, 2 equals 5. That's the only way it works. Oh, that's evil. Brilliant, brilliant stuff from Curling Clips there. That's a 9. That's a 3. That's now 9, and that's going to be significant here. I'll work out why in a moment. 5 is looking at that cell. 7 sorts out those two. That 6 sorts out these two. Now I've got 6 and 9 on this dot to go with 2 and 1. What a lovely puzzle. Oh, let's get rid of the pink colours, which actually didn't really amount to anything in the end. And then we put in 4 and 2 here. And that is 16 quad sums. What a super puzzle. That's really, really clever, actually. Big fan of that one. Great fun to be had, as always, with the variant Sudoku. Thank you very much to Curling Clips. And thank you for sending it to us. That's really excellent. Do join us again tomorrow or in the Blueprints room. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.